Hello people, hello, welcome back to Almighty Blues FC, a fan channel for all to see. Been a while in this mood, for sure, and yes, we call it in the preview. Check out the preview if you missed it, right? And that was some preview, a lot of trivia and some amount of permutations and combinations, some kind of progressions because of the stats that we discussed about in the preview. Whenever Leeds score first in London, most often than not, they go on to lose the game, and that is what happened again. Yes, I can say we were lucky, but we deserved our luck, is what I would say. Chelsea, yes, we won at home 3. Yes, 3 goals to 2 again, but on the winning side. And Leeds, our traditional rivals, have lost. I must say, some game, lot of talking points, so do stay till the end. But what a day, right? What a day in the Premier League. We've had what? So many penalties, and yes, our rivals, one of them definitely got a lucky penalty in Manchester City. And again, do comment below if you feel that Manchester City weren't lucky. I would like to discuss things with you, right? For sure. And Liverpool, maybe deserved penalty, probably yes, yeah, but at the end of the day, we are keeping tabs with the leaders and we are still there. And before we get into the details of the game, let's actually smash that like button as well as subscribe if you have not. If you have not done, what are you waiting for? Because yes, we are bringing a lot more content, and yes, do take the polls in our community tab because we want to make a lot of positive changes as well if you all want it. So it's for the fans, for everyone to see. So let's get into it, guys and girls. Well, to begin with, the starting 11. It was almost identical as what we had called again. Only thing, Lukaku not starting. Well, Lukaku not starting, maybe he's not 100% fit, is what I would like to give Tuchel the benefit of doubt. But again, who knows? Havertz, not a bad recent game, but yes, I was a little bit surprised, I have to say, that Lukaku wasn't starting. For Leeds, on the other hand, it was Bamford, not even in the squad. So yes, his hamstring injury is quite serious, looks after all. We have injuries, but they had as well. But on paper, I think we thought we should be beating this team easily, but wasn't to be. First few minutes itself, yes, it was Leeds who were kind of targeting our goalpost, right? As in almost scored. This was actually a corner. I think it was in the 15th minute. Reece James cleared it, but trust me, if that clearance wasn't kind of timed well, it could have been an own goal. Again, I'm sure many people kind of missed that, but that was a very important kind of clearance by Reece James. And moving on, I think it was 20th minute, Mendy saves Rafinha's very good free kick. So Mendy coming to form at the right time, back, and that's what we needed, right? Great start that Mendy, and then I think that free kick, by the way, was a mistake by Jorginho and Rudiger. Again, it was kind of, as in recent games, but hopefully I thought that we would be getting momentum and we would be, attacking more, and that's what we needed in the game. But you know what happened? 26th minute, it was Alonso first, I thought, with a great challenge, but then I realized he got the ball but also got the man. And it was, in my opinion, a 50-50. Again, comment below, what do you all think? Alonso, for me, had a kind of a so-so first half, I would say, questionable at times, at least the first half, like I always say. But that penalty, if the referee wouldn't have given it, maybe VAR wouldn't have overturned, in my opinion, because he got the ball initially. But again, technically speaking, it was a penalty, so I won't kind of deny Leeds that opportunity, because yes, as I said, if they score first, it maybe is a good omen, is what I was thinking, because it was very early in the game, just 25 minutes, as I said, 26 minutes, right? So, and yes, Rafinha, it was their talisman this season, scored. Mendy, he just falls before the penalty kick is taken. I don't know what is it about penalty kicks and Mendy. We cannot blame him, but I think he needs to really practice penalty kicks, saving them better, right? Again, Leeds maybe deserved it, I would say, in a way, because it was almost 50-50 the game till now, and Leeds were, definitely going for it, in my opinion. And yes, they were playing with a false nine, by the way, in Dan James. And Dan James, a lot of talking points in the game. Like we'll talk about it for sure, right? But I think it was what, 34th minute, Reece James with a wild tackle. He got a really wild tackle, and at first thought I thought, well, it goes from bad to worse. He gets a red card, but luckily this time, yes, we were lucky and maybe we deserved it. Like Man City always gets the luck. Come on, let's be honest. They get the rub of the green many a times, like both the Manchester clubs. Again, for people watching from the Manchester clubs fan base, let's be honest. Over the years that has been the case. First it was Fergie era and now it is Pep era. But those soft decisions we have not been getting. This time we got it. So I have to kind of give it to Chelsea being lucky here. Reece James did not get the red card. Yes, it was kind of a wild challenge on Dan James, and Dan James acted as though his leg is broken or something like that, and that would have given the referee a thought about giving the red card, but luckily the VAR did not overturn it, which is fair enough as well. It was again a 50-50 call. Do comment below what do you all think. Then 38th minute was Tyler Roberts. Similarly as Alonso, I want to kind of point it out because Alonso got a ball. Remember when he conceded that penalty? Tyler Roberts outside the box. I think it was near the throw-in, right? It was almost there, as in the other half. But he literally took Werner off his feet. Yes, he got the ball first, but whatever it was, he took Werner off his feet. We didn't even get a free kick, and that was something telling me that hey, it's going to be one of those games where the ref is going to be against us and we will not get the rub of the green that Man City got earlier in the game, right, as in their match. But yes, I was crossing my fingers that more than the referee, we should be depending on our own performance, which wasn't too great, let's be honest. In the first half an hour, it was really not up the pace. I think it was more about Werner not keeping the ball whenever we put the ball up front. I think Kai Havertz did fairly well, better than what Lukaku did in recent games. I must give him that. But again, not enough. However, 42nd minute, Alonso redeemed himself. Respect to the guy. As in, I tweeted it out. Just like Jorginho, he's always got a lot of stick. And he conceded that penalty. Come on, he shouldn't have gone for that plunging tackle as well, like in a way, right? I know he got the ball, but whatever. This time, he was the person who actually beat, I think it was, if I'm not wrong, who was it? I think it was Dallas. Yes, Stuart Dallas. Yes, Stuart Dallas. Actually, you can say lost the ball, but I think it was Alonso who won the ball. And on the left flank, he went darting down. And I was expecting him to cross, just put in a high cross, blindly. But no, he put a pinpoint low cross, like drilled it in. And it was Mason Mount right in the middle, like he does many a times. He should do more. Was there to drill it in again inside the goal, 1-1. What a goal. That was a proper team goal with respect to Alonso and Mason Mount. And I was thinking definitely Mason Mount, has it in him, because after the goal he was like, why? Anyone in the comments? Yes, it was a Derby County. Remember Derby County, they beat Leeds in a playoff. And then the Leeds crowd, the away crowd, was behind Mason Mount like anything entire game. And when he scored, he had to do this. Come on. He also got booked later in the game because there was a lot of banter going on between him and the Leeds fans, as well as the captain, Azpilicueta as well later on, right? But again, it was almost half time. I think it was towards the end of the first half, Alonso possibly could have got a penalty. He was pushed when he was trying to jump for the ball. Again, it's Chelsea. We don't get easy penalties, do we? Yeah, fairly enough, it wasn't a penalty, but it could have been. I wouldn't have complained, honestly speaking, right? It was 1-1. I wouldn't complain overall as well because we didn't deserve that lead either. Very kind of average performance overall, but that one moment of magic by Alonso and then Mason Mount was effective. And Leeds also weren't fantastic, but they were much better than recent games. So, fair, kind of scoreline at halftime. And I was thinking second half, maybe, we might get Mason Mount in midfield and maybe get on Lukaku. Maybe not to begin with, but at least 15 minutes down the line if you don't score. And what happened? Yes, we got an early lead. It was, I think, Rudiger who actually literally fell down in the box, obviously in Leeds box. And at first it was like Rudiger waited for the challenge, but on careful, kind of analysis, it was very clear when it went to VAR that it was definitely the player who took the ball, took the man as well. And you know who it was? Rafinha. Yes, Rafinha. He had a strange kind of a match, right? First scoring of the penalty and then conceding that penalty. You can say Rudiger was very smart in that, but then it was technically a penalty again, just like Leeds penalty, just about. So Jorginho steps up, and we know with Jorginho what it is. Easy, calm finish. It was 2-1 to Chelsea, and we were leading. Yes, it was 55 minutes, and we were leading, and I thought, yes, come on. In recent games, we have conceded left, right, and center. We should be doing that. We should manage the game much better. Just keep the shape. That is all we want, right? Of course, with this game, in the starting 11, there was Thiago Silva, there was Rudiger, compared to the Zenit game. So I thought definitely it is time, and we've learned from our mistakes for sure, right? As in the West Ham game in particular. Wow. I don't want to kind of talk too much about it. But then till 78th minute itself, Tuchel does not make any changes, and I was very surprised. Again, do comment below. What do you think about that? For me, it was certainly very surprising. 78th minute and no changes. I was really calling for Timo Werner being taken off because he was having some bad touches, not keeping possession that we really wanted to and needed to at that hour. But again, Tuchel has the tactics, and kudos to him why he thinks certain things, but then it backfired. Yes, it backfired for sure. Yes, we eventually made the change. I think it was Callum Hudson-Odoi coming on. Surprising. Not a person to kind of manage the game, really. Someone who can maybe have a lot of dribbles, keep possession if he wants to, but we know that he does not shoot well, neither does he defend well. So it was surprising to me, honestly speaking. But Timo Werner finally went off, and Azpilicueta went off as well, with Christensen coming on. Maybe more strength and pace needed as Leeds were attacking more, as they were obviously trailing. And in the 83rd minute, exactly that happened what I feared. Callum Hudson-Odoi, just like I said, he cannot defend. Okay, let's call it right. It was a foul on him. It was possibly a foul again, but it was possibly a foul, not a foul. It was not a clear-cut foul. Maybe it was in Callum Hudson-Odoi's kind of opinion, but how can he just stop? And he was just there appealing. I know a lot of people on Twitter kind of disagree. People watching might disagree. Do comment below. For me, irrespective of it, being a clear foul or not, Callum Hudson-Odoi, when he's losing the ball, should next second go and run after the ball of the player or foul him back. That's what he needs to do. He didn't do that. And then Rudiger decides to actually step up in midfield. Callum Hudson-Odoi, by the way, lost in midfield, proper midfield. And having said that, Reece James' entire match was bombing onto midfield from right wing back, and as our wing backs always do, and he was kind of joining in. But in this instance, Rudiger did not need to go. In my opinion, did not need to go, and our centre backs were exposed. It was only Christensen almost in box, and he was not close enough. And definitely their super sub, you can say almost, Joe Gelhardt, is that how you pronounce it? Joe Gelhardt, their youngster. Wonderful goal from Leeds' perspective. They got a goal, proper counter-attacking goal, you can say, where we shouldn't have kind of lost possession. It was, 83 minutes, 2-2, and again I was fearing absolute worst, just like West Ham, and I thought we might as well concede now. That's what we were looking like. And that was the point when finally Tuchel gets Lukaku on. Last 6 minutes? Yes, he comes on when it was almost 85-86 minutes, and yes, 5 minutes of added time was there. And then Click, who was already carded in the game earlier, he didn't have a great game, right? From Leeds' point of view, he actually kicked Rudiger in a box out of nothing. Really, I was not hoping that will happen because we weren't really attacking or creating those chances in the last few minutes either. Luckily for us, and we were lucky and we deserved our luck overall, I would say, in the game as well as on the day, like I said earlier, he just kicked him and the referee points to the spot, goes to VAR, but it was a clear penalty. Rudiger wins 2 penalties. Could you believe that? What a game he's had. He had a poor game otherwise, I must say. Not his usual standards, but yes, we take the penalty, and our penalty specialist, Jorginho, steps up. Easy goal. 3-2, 90th minute. Yes, it was 92nd minute, in fact, technically. And we win the game. Towards the end of the game, there were a lot of scenes of some amount of fight erupting among the players. Maybe the youngster kind of pumped up after he thought he scored the equalizer, but Rudiger could not hold himself back either. Luckily, Lukaku was there on the pitch by now to kind of save that fight not to happen. But yes, some match this. This was a great match even for a neutral. Chelsea, not up to the mark. I must say, come on, pull up your socks, guys. What are you doing? Tuchel makes those changes a little bit earlier. I don't know what's happening to you in recent matches. Like that Watford match. Like, you're not making those changes early. Come on, make them early. Just try more. Pulisic, why didn't he come on? I was surprised because he is a goal scorer. Like, you won that extra goal. Hudson-Odoi, not bad, but I think I would have preferred Pulisic if it was me. Again, do comment below about your thoughts. Man of the match, Jorginho, 2 penalties? No. Reece James, great match. Mason Mount, yes. I think I would give to Mason Mount. Loftus-Cheek, average game, I would say, but yes, it was Mason Mount. For me, comment below. Till next time, take care, press that bell, and up the Chels.